Imagine living in a town that doesn't exist on any map. A town where your mail is censored, your job is classified, and even your neighbors don't know what you really do for a living. No tourists, no newspapers telling the full story, and absolutely no talking about your work. For decades, the United States secretly built entire towns, not just factories or bases, but full communities, hidden in plain sight. These were secret industrial towns created during moments of extreme national urgency. They helped win wars, shape global power, and push technology forward. But once their purpose was fulfilled, many of these towns were abandoned, transformed, or quietly erased. Today, we explore the rise and fall of America's secret industrial towns and the human cost of living inside a secret. To understand these towns, we must go back to World War II and the Cold War. The US government faced three major challenges: extreme secrecy, enemies could not know what was being built; massive manpower needs, tens of thousands of workers were required; speed, projects had to be completed faster than ever before. The solution? Instead of spreading workers across cities, the government built isolated, self-contained towns, often in remote areas, guarded by military police. These towns had housing, schools, hospitals, shopping centers, entertainment. But behind this normal life, people were building weapons capable of changing human history. One of the most famous secret towns was Los Alamos, hidden in the mountains of New Mexico. Before 1943, it was just a quiet boys' school. Then, overnight, it became the brain center of the Manhattan Project. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and military personnel were brought here, including J. Robert Oppenheimer. Residents were told where they lived was classified the Ohrstone. Their address was simply POS, Box 1663. What they worked on must never be discussed, even with family mind. Most workers did not know they were building an atomic bomb. They only understood small pieces of a much larger puzzle. In 1945, when nuclear bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, many residents learned the truth from the radio. After the war, Los Alamos lost its secrecy, but not its importance. It evolved into a permanent research facility and still exists today. But many other towns weren't so lucky. Another extraordinary example was Oak Ridge. In 1942, Oak Ridge did not exist. Within a year, over 75,000 people lived there. It became one of the largest cities in Tennessee, all built behind fences and guard towers. Oak Ridge's mission was uranium enrichment, one of the most critical steps in creating nuclear weapons. Many workers, especially young women, operated machines without knowing what the machines did. They were told, "Do your job well and don't ask questions." Oak Ridge was racially segregated, heavily policed, and completely controlled by the federal government. After World War II, secrecy slowly faded, and Oak Ridge transitioned into a public city, but its origins remained deeply tied to nuclear power. While Los Alamos handled design and Oak Ridge handled enrichment, Hanford site produced plutonium. Hanford's reactors created the plutonium used in the Nagasaki bomb. The town supporting Hanford was completely controlled. Workers lived under surveillance. Environmental risks were hidden. Radiation exposure was downplayed. For decades, radioactive waste leaked into soil and rivers. When the Cold War ended, Hanford's purpose disappeared, but its contamination did not. Today, it is one of the most expensive environmental cleanup sites in human history. Hanford represents the dark side of secret industrial towns, when secrecy protects power, but not people. So what caused the fall of secret industrial towns? 1. End of war urgency. Once World War II and later Cold War tensions cooled, secrecy became less necessary. 2. Massive costs. Maintaining entire hidden cities was extremely expensive. 3. Technological change. Work could be decentralized. Secrecy shifted from geography to digital classification. 4. Environmental and ethical pressure. Radiation exposure, pollution, and worker exploitation could no longer stay hidden. Some towns adapted. Others were abandoned. Many were absorbed into normal society, carrying secrets no one fully documented. Secret industrial towns remind us of a powerful truth. The greatest technological leaps often happen in silence. These towns helped end wars, changed global politics, created weapons that still define world power. But they also raised uncomfortable questions. How much should citizens know? What is the human cost of secrecy? And can progress exist without transparency? The rise and fall of America's secret industrial towns is not just history, it's a warning. In a world of AI, cyber warfare, and classified research, secrecy hasn't disappeared. It has only changed form. If you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden history, like the video, subscribe for more documentary-style stories, and comment below.